What up, everybody? Hi, Chris.
How's it going?
Good. Welcome to the Unscripted Sports Show. We'll be doing week one recap and week two picks. I'm your host, Eric, and my brother, Chris. So let's get. So last week, the Chiefs versus Ravens. The Chiefs won. Did you get the chance to watch this game, Chris?
Watched a little bit of it, but fell asleep before that crazy fourth quarter.
Yeah. The Ravens look good. The Chiefs look like the Chiefs. They're gonna be hard to beat, especially with Worthy and all the fast guys they have now. Worthy
Yeah,
is
they got Worthy, Rashee Rice, Demarcus Robinson. Not Demarcus Robinson. Travis Kelce. A lot of players.
Yep. And who else? They were missing. Weren't they missing Hollywood Brown?
Yeah, I think he's still hurt.
Yeah, so they even have Hollywood Brown and Rice and Worthy. You have those three fast guys plus Kelce, and then the running back. What's his name? Isaiah Glenn. I can't pronounce his name. What's his name?
Pacheco.
Yeah. So when you have those those five, wow, they're gonna be hard to beat. And of course, Mahomes is the GOAT. We all know, 3-time Super Bowl champion. So yeah, and we both. You had the Chiefs, I had the Ravens. So you had that right. And then the Eagles game. How much did you watch any of this? I know you were busy.
Yeah, I watched all of it. It was a good game. I thought the Packers were going to cover there at the end, but didn't think the Eagles would actually score.
Yeah, the first quarter, I think both teams came out slow, but Jalen Hurts looked good at times, and then 2 interceptions. The first one was kind of his fault, but the second one I don't blame him because that was wasn't that a miscommunication with during the center? I forget.
Cam Jurgens, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, Hurts look how. What do you think of Hurts?
Thought he looked pretty good. Knocking off some rust, but I thought he looked decent. Bad interceptions, so.
Yeah. I thought the defense looked good. They looked better than last year. And once this offense gets in sync, I think they could be hard to beat too. And I'm not just saying that because I'm an Eagles fan, but the offense looked pretty decent considering the 2 interceptions. And they scored 34 points. So they play Monday night against Atlanta, and that's Monday. We'll get to that. But yeah, I thought the Eagles looked good for considering how the season ended last year. And it sucks that Jordan Love got injured. Luckily, it wasn't ACL. It was only an MCL, so he's out 3 to 6 weeks. But I don't know how the Packers are gonna. Can the Packers hold water until he comes back, and how healthy will he be? Because MCL is not an easy injury to play on. So we'll see how the Packers survive until he comes back. But I think they have enough weapons to hold water, I guess. What do you think the Packers will? What do you think they'll sign somebody or go with Malik?
I think they'll go with Malik, and then I think they'll kick the tires on Ryan Tannehill. See how that turns out.
Oh, that's right. Ryan Tannehill is out. Did they sign Ryan Tannehill?
No, but he worked out for them.
Okay. Yeah, I think they might sign him, and if Malik doesn't work this week, um, ironically they're playing the Titans, right? No, they're playing no, that's the Jets. Never mind. They're playing the
Yeah, I
Colts.
forget who they're playing.
They're playing the Colts. So yeah, that should be interesting. And then what's the next? Chargers. Chargers game. Just going through all the games that you picked real quick. Oh, the Jets and Dolphins. I'm not Jets. Jags and Dolphins. Um, Battle of Florida. Jags were in control of this game throughout the game, and then the Dolphins came back and won at the end, 2017. Any quick thoughts on this? I didn't catch this game either myself, but
It was an all right game. Watched some of it, but I think both teams stink.
yeah. Dolphins wouldn't be anything without Tyreek Hill and Waddle and the two running backs. Other than that, their defense is suspect. Jags are the Jags. Trevor Lawrence hasn't lived up to expectations of the number one overall pick. I'm not saying he's a bust, but he could be better. Um, what do you think of Trevor Lawrence overall? Is he just an average quarterback at this point, or we'll see after the season?
I think he makes good plays. I think he's talented. I think he's a fringe top 10 quarterback. I don't believe this top 5, top 7 nonsense. You got to show me
But
something.
But he's good enough to be a franchise quarterback for the Jags. I think, in that system, in Peterson's system, I think he's good enough for him.
I don't know. I guess, but you got to start winning games. I mean, people who have won more have had a much shorter release than Trevor Lawrence. So
yeah, I mean, it's nothing like Bryce Young, who's a disaster in Carolina. I'll bring that point up because we're not going into that game, but Bryce Young is probably a bust already. That's a disaster. And then Daniel Jones, oh man, those two are probably the worst quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
yeah, they're terrible.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for Bryce Young because I liked him out of college. But yikes. I don't know if it's the town around him or he's just not an NFL quarterback. Even the guy that replaced him in Bama is better than him. But he's just your typical Alabama quarterback that doesn't succeed in the NFL. I don't know the last quarterback from Bama that was actually successful in the NFL. I would have to look that up. But Colts and Texans. Texans look good. This was a typical Texans Colts game. Always play close. Texans pull out at the end, 29-27. I thought both teams looked good. I mean, I didn't watch it, but from what I saw, I thought they both played good.
Yeah, I agree.
Next game, Raiders and Chargers. Chargers won. That's all you need to know. The Raiders are the Raiders. They don't have a quarterback. Nothing against Minshew. He's just your backup until they get a franchise quarterback. I don't know about Antonio Pierce as a coach, but Jim Harbaugh gets his first win in NFL, his first win back. I thought the Chargers looked good. J.K. Dobbins, well, everybody knows when he's healthy, he's a good running back, and he proved it. He's probably the best running back this week, especially in fantasy. He's actually probably a steal if he stays healthy. and if we drafted him.
Yeah. I think he's probably going to be the top receiver, the top running back, and on the Chargers. Hopefully, he stays healthy. I think it's clear he's going to be Gus Edwards out for that job. So.
Yep, and it's ironic because those two were 1 and 2 in Baltimore too. Then they go to the Chargers.
Yep.
So
I agree.
Yeah, if you drafted J.K., you're very happy to have him on your bench. I know I am. I have him on several of my teams. He was sitting right there. I said, I'll take a chance on him because I know when he's healthy, he can do what he did on Sunday. Next game. I don't want to really talk about this disaster, but Cowboys and Browns. Cowboys look like world beaters. I say that sarcastically, but the Browns look awful. Deshaun Watson is washed. I don't know what happened to the Browns. I thought the Browns were going to play better. Their defense looked okay at times. I think the more entertaining part of this game was Tom Brady's debut on Fox as an announcer.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, for Tom Brady's first game, it was all right. I mean, I think he'll get better, but I thought he was kind of boring, just to be honest. I know it's his first game. I'm just being sarcastic there, but I thought he was a little boring. It just didn't fit. The sound of his voice and the face, it was just weird at times listening to him. Because you wouldn't know it was Tom Brady unless you saw his face. That's the way I felt. I felt, oh, wait, this is Tom Brady. So sometimes I forgot it was Tom Brady on the announcer. So, but yeah, Cowboys dominated this game. Zeke, his first game back, he scored a touchdown with the Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb going, and I forget if CeeDee Lamb got a touchdown. But yeah, the Cowboys look good, and the Browns look bad. Any thoughts on did you watch any of this game?
Watch a little bit. I mean, it was a dismantling by the Cowboys. Sometimes you expect that. Sometimes they just put up a lot of points. I also think they like to pad their stats in the fourth quarter. They're always on games that they're up. They just continue to drive the score up and get garbage time points and stats for themselves. So
Exactly. Sunday night football game. Move on to the Sunday night football. Rams and Lions. This was a really entertaining game. It lived up to the playoff game. I thought Matt Stafford looked good. Goff looked good. The Lions offense kind of fell asleep in the second half after their long touchdown, but they managed to stay in the game and send it to overtime, and then they got the ball first and went downfield and scored a touchdown. Gibbs looked good. Montgomery looked good. St. Brown looked good at times, but he was pretty much non-existent throughout the game because they had him covered. And then Cooper Kupp looked like Cooper Kupp. What were your thoughts, Chris?
yeah, I think the Rams defense looked really good. I think some of the players that they drafted in the mid to late rounds in the last couple of years are playing really well. I think the offense looked okay. I think they did what they could given the circumstance. I don't think they're going to be a good team, to be quite honest. I think that offensive line is atrocious. I think that they're gonna fall apart. You know, if they can fix the offensive line, they'll be fine. But they were barely hanging on there for a while. So
yeah, I didn't realize their offensive line was hurt when picking the Rams to win the division, but I think in this NFC is kind of weak, especially because the Packers just lost Jordan Love. I think they can sneak into the playoffs. I don't know if I'm going to keep stick to them winning the division, but um, but I think they can make the playoffs. The final game of the slate from week 1 is the Monday Night Football game. The Jets and Niners. Niners pretty much dominated this game after the Jets scored and took the lead. It seemed like the Jets just fell asleep after that. Said, "Oh, this game's over." It was your typical Jets. Jets lost. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is; they're still the Jets. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I just think the Niners dismantled them, but I think they left a lot of points on the board.
Yeah.
There's a couple of key eye drops, and I think that's what happens when you're not playing because you're holding out.
Yeah.
I think that they'll only get better as long as they stay healthy. So we'll see what happens to Chris McCaffrey. He's projected to be out week 2 as well. But yeah, Niners are picking up where they left off, and it looks like there's no Super Bowl hangover whatsoever.
What were your thoughts on the return of Aaron Rodgers?
I think he's not a good quarterback anymore. I don't think he was a good quarterback in his last year in Green Bay, and the numbers show that, the film shows that. I think people forget that. So he's not even, I wouldn't even call him a top 10. He's maybe top 15 right now, but he's not a top 10 quarterback right now.
Yeah. I'm not saying they should change quarterbacks, but he's their best quarterback they have in the roster. Yeah, he didn't look like the old Aaron Rodgers that we all know and love. But yeah, the Jets look like the Jets. I think they might get better during the season because their defense is good. The Reddick holdout might hurt them. I don't know if he's ever going to put a Jets uniform on. That's a whole nother story for another day. As Eagle fans, we know him. That saga. But yeah, we'll see what happens to the Jets. They could get better. That AFC East is wide open. Yeah, we'll see. And the Niners look like the Niners. They just replaced Christian McCaffrey's out. No problem. We have Mason. He look like McCaffrey out there. But yeah. So I went 6-2. No, 6-2, and Chris went 5-3 this week. And then I went 6-2. In the first game we'll talk about is Thursday Night Football tomorrow night. Bills and Dolphins from Miami. Josh Allen hurt his hand, and I think he's going to play. I think these two teams are kind of evenly matched. They always split. And I think Dolphins win this one. I think the Bills will probably win the second game in Buffalo. I got the Dolphins winning close one, 17-14.
Yeah, I think it's in Miami. It's pretty hard to play in Miami, given the humidity, especially this time of year.
Yep.
And I just don't. Obviously, Josh Allen's a really good quarterback, but they got to show me something in terms of the level of talent on that roster. I couldn't name you one player outside of one tier 2 player outside of Josh Allen on that team. I really don't know. I don't know. It's Josh Allen, and then it's just a bunch of sporting players. So yeah. I think they'll be good still, but give me a Miami team that's fully healthy, that looked really good last week. At times, they struggled early on, but Yeah, give me Miami.
Yeah. Buffalo struggled against the Cardinals in the first half, but they came back mainly on Josh Allen's shoulder. I mean, you got James Cook, you got some rookies, some young receivers. I think their most known receiver is Curtis Samuel, but I think he was injured. And then you got the tight end in I forgot his name, but yeah, you got the tight end. Other than that, I think Buffalo is still gonna be they're gonna be in games because of Josh Allen, and I think they can still sneak into the playoffs. So I still have them winning the division because that division is weak. I think. It's, I mean, so far it looks like it is, but it's only week one. So we both have the Dolphins in a tight game. Should be a good game tomorrow. I think Josh Allen plays because Josh Allen hardly misses the game, and he's such a tough quarterback. Next game, um, is the what was it? What's the next game? Oh, Saints and Cowboys. Um, Cowboys home opener against the Saints. The Saints look good, but they were playing the Panthers. So how good are they? And the Cowboys look good, but they were playing the Browns. I think this could be a good game. I got the Cowboys probably winning like 34-20 or something, putting up points. So yeah, I got the Cowboys winning.
Have the Cowboys as well. I don't think it's going to be that close. Cowboys' home record is pretty good, so give me the Cowboys.
Next game, Jets and Titans. The Jets on a short week traveled to Tennessee. Tennessee lost to the Bears on a bit. The Titans gave up 3 special teams touchdowns to the Bears. That's how they lost to the Bears. Pretty much they were winning that game until they gave up those 3 touchdowns. They don't have a quarterback themselves. He looked all right. Given it's a short week, Tennessee at home, I'm gonna go with the underdog and say Tennessee.
Yeah, this was a tough matchup for me. I ultimately had the Jets. I think Tennessee is a surprise playoff team for me, but I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to lose back to back. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a tight game. Yeah, and Tennessee is the underdog at home, and the Jets are. What did I have? 7. Where are they? 3.5-point favorite. Next game is Colts and Packers. Packers back at home. First game without Love. Colts look good against Titans. Against the Texans. So I have. I have the Colts winning. But I could see the Packers sneaking a win here. Neither team can afford to go 0-2. I'll say that. I think Anthony Richardson looked good out there. Jonathan Taylor looked good. I think the Colts sneak out a win in Green Bay.
yeah, this is also a tough one, but I think the Colts take it, especially since the Packers don't have Jordan Love. Anthony Richardson is becoming an electric player. He already is. So I think they win.
You got the Packers or the Colts?
Oh, sorry, I picked the Packers. Yeah. I think Packers are gonna win.
Yeah.
I picked Packers.
Yeah, I could see them winning too, but I got the Colts because they don't have love. But these two, we'll see what Malik is. He could be a decent quarterback out there. I mean, they're at home, so there's advantage there, and they are the underdog. Slight underdog, yeah, -3 underdog. The next game is Bengals and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Um, I got the Chiefs winning here. The Bengals always start slow. I know a lot of people had the Bengals in Survivor Pool. They were the hot take in week 1. I had a feeling they were going to lose that game because they always lose week 1. You look at last year, they got blown out against the Browns. For some reason, the Bengals always start slow and they end well. They end the season on a high note, but they always start the season slow, no matter who they play in week 1, especially at home. For some reason, they always start out slow. And the Ja'Marr Chase saga and all that. Was he going to play? Was he not going to play? And that all had a major factor into it. So I think the Bengals lose here, start 0-2. Because the Chiefs are just Chiefs, and the Chiefs are that good. And or maybe Joe Burrow owns the Chiefs. Who knows? He loves playing the Chiefs. You know that. But I still got the Chiefs. They're -6. My favorite.
I like the Chiefs. Pretty straightforward. I think the Bengals are overrated. I think they have been for a while, and they're riding off their Super Bowl appearance, and they just haven't been that good since. I'm not convinced Joe Burrow is completely healthy either. So, yeah, give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think there's some trouble in Cincinnati, especially because we are the Ja'Marr Chase saga. Um, is it gonna be a weekly thing? Is he gonna play or is he not gonna play? And he's kind of holding out, kind of not. So we'll see with Ja'Marr Chase and how far he takes this. I'm not saying he shouldn't get paid because he should, but either sit out or not. Don't do this every week, especially fantasy owners like myself uh, have to check to make sure he's playing. It's kind of annoying, but that's how I mean for drafting him. I mean, I'm a big Ja'Marr Chase fan, so but we'll see. I think the Chiefs win probably pretty easily. They cover the spread. It's -6. Next game, the Rams and Cardinals. The Rams lost the lines that we said earlier. They look good, but their offensive line is in trouble. I think Stafford is in trouble if they don't fix that offensive line. He could get hurt, given his history injury. I thought the Cardinals, Kyle Murray, look good. Cardinals look good. Marvin Harrison was a non-factor in his debut, but I think he could go off in this game, given his home debut, and he didn't go off in the first game. So I got the Cardinals in the tight game, divisional game.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals as well. I like them for this game.
The line says it all. It's Cardinals -1. So and the Rams are on even on the money line. So Vegas thinks it's going to be a close game. So, but I got the Cardinals covering. Not betting it yet, but I just think they're going to cover. Sunday Night Football. You got the Bears and Texans battle of the last two number one overall picks in CJ versus Kevin Williams. The last two number one overall picks. I think the Bears are still trying to find their rhythm on offense because they didn't score an offensive touchdown on last Sunday. So I think they're going to rely heavy on their defense this year until the offense gets in rhythm. I mean, that's going to happen with a rookie quarterback. So until they get it together on offense, their defense is going to have to carry them. The Texans are 6-point favorites at home. I think the Texans win pretty easily and probably win by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think Texans are one of my picks to be best in the league this year, so I think they win here. So
Monday night, we got Eagles and Falcons from Lincoln Financial Field. Eagles home debut after a long trip from Brazil. This is 10 days off. So they get two straight primetime games. Falcons looked okay against the Steelers. They only scored 10 points, but they were playing the Steelers, and the Steelers defense is that good. I don't know how good the offense is going to be for Atlanta. Bijan was non-existent. He didn't score. Or did he score one? Yeah. I mean, I didn't see this game, but let's see. Kirk Cousins. Let's check his stats. What do you think of the Falcons? Did you see any in this game? I'm just checking.
Watch a little bit of it. I think that Kirk Cousins, I think he just needs to shake up the cobwebs coming back from an injury. They proved in that first drive they have a pretty potent offense. So, I'm not too worried about it. I think they actually give Philadelphia a run for their money next Monday. I don't think they win, but I think it'll be a competitive game.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins threw 2 interceptions, 16 for 26, 155, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Bijan looked good. He had 68 yards rushing, but he didn't get an end zone. So I got the Eagles winning and covering. I think they're 6-point. They're 6-point favorites, I think.
Yes, the line started at 5.5. Now it's 6. So
yeah, according to ESPN bet, it's 6.5 now. Yeah, so we both have the Eagles. That's our picks for the week. We choose 8 games every week. Now to our Power 5, which is our top 5 teams of the week. So top 5 teams of the week. And I'll let you start, Chris.
Yeah. I put the Texans. I think they're a complete team. I think CJ Stroud looked really, really good. It was a close game, obviously, but I have them. Then I have the Chiefs. Obviously, you have to put them in the top 3 because they're the Chiefs. Mahomes factor, etc. Lions. I think it was ugly at sometimes, but they beat a pretty good defense at home, and they showed that they can do what they need to do when they need to do it, especially with the run game. Cowboys, I honestly couldn't rank them higher, but Cowboys are next, and then the 49ers both put up really great performances. So,
yep, I have the similar top 5, but I have the Texans number 1. As you said, they look good. They beat competitive Colts team, divisional win on the road. The next time they play will be in Houston, so they get that key division win. 49ers look good. as usual on Monday night against the Jets. And then I got I got the Chiefs. They look like the champions against the Ravens. They got lucky at the end because that lively touchdown, 1 inch, if his foot was 1 inch in the end zone, the Ravens might have gone for two, and the Chiefs might have lost. We might be talking about 0-1 Chiefs. That's how close that game was. And then I got the Lions. Yeah, I got the Lions. They look good. They pulled out that win. And then I got the Cowboys. I thought Cowboys looked good. Yeah, so those are my top 5 teams: the Texans, Niners, Chiefs, Lions, and Cowboys. Our MVP of the week. MVP of the week. I got Josh Allen because he carried the Bills to that victory at home.
Yeah, I put Jared Goff. Yeah, MVP of the week. He's my MVP of the season, so we'll start there. Pretty straightforward.
Yep. Let's see. Let's go. Best bet of the week. Last week, I think both our bets lost. You had the Packers covering. I had Jalen Hurts getting end zone. My best bet of the week. I'm going back to the well. I'm going to have Jalen Hurts score a touchdown this week again, and I'll even say first touchdown.
My best bet is, I forget the line, but it's Niners in Minnesota, right? So I'm picking Minnesota to cover that game.
Yeah, 6. -6.
There's a big trend when NFC West teams go into NFC North stadiums. The NFC North team usually covers.
And I think the Vikings could be better than people think. I know they play the Giants, and the Giants are a garbage team right now. Sorry to all my Giants fans out there. Not. But yeah, the Giants look like a disaster, but the Vikings could be a decent team. They could be a team. They could be a team that covers and gives other teams hard times, because believe it or not, Darnold is a decent enough quarterback to win games, and they have a decent enough run game, and Aaron Jones is still pretty good, and their defense is still okay. So, and as you said, 49ers are coming off a short week, traveling cross country. I could see the Vikings covering and maybe sprinkle some on the money line there. Fantasy, before we wrap up, we'll do one fantasy player of the week that we think is gonna go off. I'm gonna say Devontae Smith.
Yeah, I think. Let's see. I think it's a good game this week. Let me pick AJ Brown. I think he'll go off.
Yeah.
I think I don't Falcons defense. I think the Eagles receivers are going to go off.
Yeah, I do too. And watch out for Dallas Goedert. He looks pretty decent in the game. I still think he's a weapon for us. I'm not saying he's gonna go off, but he could get touchdown in because he's a red zone threat. But I think that's it. We did all the games. thanks, Chris, for coming on. And that's it.
Cool. Thanks for having me. Look forward to
Of course.
talking next week.
Yep. See you guys next week. I'll be doing college football. Probably in a few minutes. I'll have that up later. And enjoy week two, everybody. Later.
See ya.
Bye.